Hello, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Aditya, and if you don't know who I am by now, it means you haven't watched the videos. Go watch them. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications about when those videos come up. Anyway, we're back here with another exciting AI tool. And as you all know, whenever I come across something exciting, I share it with all of you. And so you can try it, you can use it, and you can tell me whether you like it or not. Today's tool is to help you with doing some quick data analysis, right? It's called Julius AI. I came across this recently as well, and I said, why don't I give it a shot and share it with all of you as well. So as you can see from their website, it says analyze your data with computational AI, and it says that you can chat with your files and get expert level insights in seconds. All right. So amazing, right? I mean, this is something that we all do when we are working with data. And they also claim to be working with a lot of big companies and that it can do a lot of great things, right? Like charts and graphs, giving you insights, creating reports, so on and so forth. Now, they do have a free tier, so you can go sign up to try this on your own. That's what I've done. That's a tier I'm going to be showing you as well. And then if you like it, you can always upgrade and get the best out of the tool. Now, once you sign in, this is the window that you'll see. All right, so the web-based tool shows you a few things. You have a left panel, a right panel, a lot of stuff in the middle. Let me very quickly explain what these things are. The left panel is nothing but a simple navigation pane. Right? Every new chat that you have with your file is called a thread. And this thread will contain the sequence of everything that you have done with your file. It's similar to how it is in any other AI tool. You have another tab where you can upload your files. All right. And it'll keep track of when you've uploaded them. Now, in the free version, every file is persisted for probably about an hour, 60 minutes. That's the amount of time it persists for, and then it will remove the file. So you'll have to come and re-upload, and even when you're chatting, it may do that. So you may have to come and re-upload the file. You can create workflows on this tool as well. So let's say you want a data file, you want some AI action, and then you want some information to be pushed out to your team. You can create a workflow for that. So I won't be covering that in this video, but you can try that out and let me know. And then you have a lot of resources that you can read through to understand how the tool works and what the tool is all about. Now, on the right, you have something called Julius Notebook, where it has two sections, notes and reasoning. Primarily what this does is as you are running through the file, it will give you information about the file. You may not be able to see it, but it's right here. It's being covered by me, but that's the information you get there. And then everything in the middle is where all the magic happens, right? So you can have your prompts here. You'll obviously be talking to a file. You can choose one of the various models that you want to interact with. So if you're in the upgraded tier, if you've purchased it, that's what you can do. Unfortunately, in the free tier, you can't do that. You can only work with the default model when you're talking to files. But let's try it out. Let's see what it can do. And the other thing also, if you notice here, is that you have a choice of programming language, whether it's Python, R, or Lean Python. Why is this? It's because whenever you're interacting with your file, it also generates code in these programming languages. So you can actually use that code later on in your Jupyter notebooks or in your Python files. All right, that's about the interface. Let's get down to the video. Let's see how we actually interact with the file, and let's see what we can get out of it. Now, remember, in the free tier, you only have a certain amount of messages. I'm already down to 11 since I've been trying to experiment and see what it can do. But I guess you probably get about 15 or so, right? So be careful about not randomly sending messages to your file if you're on the free tier. So first things first is I can either upload a file I can link it to a Google Sheet. I can connect it with an API using my secret key, or I can use one of the files I've uploaded. So here I've uploaded an HR data file, basically a file containing employee information in a particular organization, including department, what their age is, um, what their ratings have been, what their trainings have been like, so on and so forth. All right. And the other thing is, as soon as you upload your file, you will see that there are two tabs on the top, table and plots. Table is what you see. Plots is another feature in which you can use this interactive drop down option to actually choose what kind of plot you want from your data set by just choosing the kind of plot, the X and Y axis, and it'll just generate the plot for you. So it's very convenient and something that you can do off the bat if the only thing you're looking for is data visualization. All right. However, let's say that I have an unclean data set. Typically, the process for me would be to clean it before I generate any visuals. So let's see how via prompts we can enable that. All right. So let's say, for example, in the prompt tab there, I write a simple prompt saying, find out all the missing values in the data set. Typically, this is one of the things you would do when you have a data set. And you see, when you put this prompt in, it's thinking what to do. It will write a Python code. You can see in the Python code that it's using pandas as the library here. You can obviously copy this code out. You can edit the code and write your own code if you want. And then it tells you that, okay, there are so many missing values in each of these columns in the data set. All right, very simple, very convenient. Now, you can choose what to do. Either you can remove the rows, you can drop the columns, you can fill them with appropriate values. And it asks you, okay, how would you want to proceed with this? Obviously, you can ask it for advice. You can, prompt it saying, hey, can you tell me what to do? Or if you know what to do, then you can just type it in. In this case, I'm going to say, let's drop the previous year rating column and fill the missing values in the education column with the string unknown. So again, it's just something random off the top of my head. You don't, if you know what you need, you can just specify it. And in this case, this is what I want. All right. May not be the best practice, but I'm just showing you how the tool works. So here, as you can see, it's continuing the Python code. It's written the few lines it needs, and it says, hey, I've done my job, right? So very quick, very efficient, and it's done what you needed it to do. It's removed the column, it's filled the education missing values with the string unknown. And it says, next, you can proceed with further analysis or modeling on this clean data set, right? What do you want to do? So you can, let's say you want to do some plots, right? You can prompt it to do some plots. Let's say I want to see department as well as the average age. So I want to primarily see in which department are there younger people, which department are more middle-aged and older people. So let's say I want to create a plot in which I can see the department, or rather average age by department. All right. You can ask it to create multiple plots in the same prompt if you want to save the number of messages, or if you feel like you want to go step by step, you can do that as well. So as you can see, what it's done in this case is that it's imported libraries like Seaborn and Matplotlib. By the way, Seaborn is one of the libraries I like. I've created a bunch of tutorials using Seaborn. I'll put the link in the description. Go watch them if you haven't. Gives you a lot more things that you would normally see out there. And it's again populated the code with whatever is needed to come up with the plot. So in this case, as you can see, it's done the needful. It's plotted the different departments on the x-axis, the age on the y-axis, and calculated the average age. How it's done that, you can go back to the code and see. All right. So what is the insight from this? If you want, you can ask. You can ask and prompt it saying, "Okay, can you give me some insights? What do you see?" Or if you want to analyze it, then you can also kind of go ahead and see it here. I would say the average age across all departments surprisingly is rather in the same margin. Probably just these departments here, which is the recruitment and the operations, have a little bit of a higher average age, but more or less they are the same. What else do you think you want to plot? Let's go back to the data set. Let's say you want to figure out whether the education has an impact on anything at all. Let's say, for example, the average training score, or let's say the length of service, for example, right? So let's say create a plot highlighting or for the average length of service against education. May or may not have a lot of meaning, but let's see what it can plot. Also, give me the insights from this plot. All right. So this time I'm giving it an additional option, additional query rather. So again, it's thinking, it's going to come up with the code, which you can obviously copy out and use in your own code. And it's going to come up with the respective plot if it can, right? So again, so sometimes it'll tell you while you're using it that if you want to enhance your experience, you can upgrade. At this point, if you like it, feel free to upgrade. Else you can say, stay on the free mode because I'm still experimenting. So here, as you can see, it's given you the code, it's given you the plot, and you can see that people with master degrees have a higher average length of service generally as compared to the others. Since we have a lot of unknowns, we'll just skip those from the insights. And the insights that it came up with can also be seen right here. So it says the average length of service varies significantly. Employees with a master degree or higher tend to have a longer average length of service. Those with a bachelor's degree show considerable length of service, but maybe the others have a shorter one, right? So these are things that it can give you from the data set as well. All you need to do is ask the right query, ask the right prompt. And maybe you can ask things like, if I wanted to do predictive analysis on this data, what can be done and what model can I use? Now I'm trying this for the first time as well. I haven't asked this sort of a query. Let's see whether it can answer us, whether it is clever enough to think about it. So it says that we can predict things such as promotion, whether somebody's going to get a promotion or not, some of the models that we can use. It can also says you can predict the average training scores. You can do some sort of feature engineering and you can evaluate the model. So it does give us something which we could probably brainstorm a little bit more and do if we want. We can ask Julius to come up with something here. So these are some of the things that this particular tool can do for you, right? So when you're interacting with the data set, you can clean the data, you can get insights, you can analyze, you can get plots. Moreover, you can get the codes in a very systematic way, which you can use in your own projects, along with an explanation of the code, what it's doing there. So it's very clean in that sense. And that's what I like about this tool. So in this video, this is what I wanted to show you. A very quick one on what it can do and how you can use it. Now, what is the next step? Obviously, I want all of you watching the video to try it out. And let me know in the comments what you did with the video. If you want the data set that I'm using, just feel free to drop a comment and I'll give you the data set. I'll give you the link to download it. Try some of the other things as well, like workflows. Let me know if you've successfully managed to create something that works for you. And once again, I mean, all these AI tools that I'm showing you is something that is for you to try out. I'm not promoting any of these AI tools in particular. I am also experimenting as you are. Nothing is sponsored, although obviously I wish it was. But it's all for your benefit. All right. So that's it. Let's end the video here. And if you've liked the video, you know what the drill is. You know what to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so I can keep doing this. And that's what motivates me to bring you such amazing content. Amazing or not, I don't know, but informational content, right? And let's keep the train rolling. Thank you for watching this right up to the end. I hope it's helped you. And don't forget to click the bell icon if you want to be notified of my future videos. They will also bring you some amazing information. Take care.